Hey guys, Stanley here, checking in with you. Just making a quick announcement before the Back to the Future episode. How pumped are we for this? It's going to be a grand episode. Me, Aaron, and Movie John are so pumped to be talking Back to the Future. It's one of the it's one of the best things ever. I mean, the DeLorean, come on. But I'm just checking in. I mean, I see the numbers are going up. I'm super happy about that, and the support is amazing. But I wanted to just, talk to you about the Patreon. If you can get in there and get those numbers up, we really, really, really appreciate it. It just will put the show out to more people, And I see the episodes rising up in numbers, but I don't see those Patreons rising up. You know what I'm saying? If I can get 30 more people on the Patreon this month, that is a goal for us. It's $5. I know times are tough, but if you could just, not have a cup of coffee one day, you could enjoy a extra episode a month of Aaron's Armadillo Movie Blast. Top quality reviews. Nobody is digging in to commentary like we do. No Wikipedia read-offs like all these other so-called movie podcasts out there. We're doing it great. We're giving you everything we can. We're putting high-quality stuff into these episodes and research. But, we need a little change to help us out so we can continue to do this. So if we can get 35 people this month, it would be excellent. Last month, you're not going to want to miss this. For the Patreon episode, we released our Jurassic Park franchise rankings. I mean, how fun was that? We brought in a guest who is actually a guy who knows all about dinosaur bones, and it's slipping my mind because I'm a movie guy. I'm not a dinosaur guy, you know that. But, like I said, times are tough. We just need you there for it. Our Jaws episode has been in the top 30 for the last 3 weeks. Like, we're giving stuff on Jaws that I don't think has ever been said about Jaws. I mean, I'm just so excited about this. But I know everyone's really super excited to get to Back to the Future. But like I said, if we could just get 40 more people this month, I think we will just be rolling. And I'm trying to complain and push people. I know times are tough. Cup of coffee is $7. But, for $5 on that first tier, you get that one a month. For $15, you get the same thing. And if you want to go platinum golden tier, we'll read your name. I mean, that's a huge honor. And get this. We have decided recently, me and Movie John and Aaron, that the top tier golden platinums will be every year randomly drawn, and you could come on the show here with us and talk a great blockbuster movie like Indiana Jones, something we're really gonna dig deep into and just love that stuff. We got to give you a good show. We always will. We love doing this so much. And like I said, we just want to see those numbers pump up a little. Just get it out to your friends. And, here on Aaron Armadillo's Movie Blast, we just love and support each other. And we love and support the fans that support the show. So, hey, I know you're excited for Back to the Future. Let's get to it.
I'm Aaron Armadillo, and this is my Movie Blast.
Aaron Armadillo's Movie Blast.
I want you to do me a favor.
Yeah, sure.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
What?
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
San Diego. I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, that or his dudeness or duder or, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Nice.
Aaron Armadillo's Movie Blast.
Hi, I'm Aaron Armadillo, and this is my Movie Blast, coming to you bi-weekly, covering the greatest hits in cinema. And I'm joined, as always, by my favorite, Stanley. How are you, man?
Hey, Stanley, the movie guy, finally here. Back to the future.
Back to the future, baby. I hope you've been ready. You are my Wikipedia. So, new comment from the Patreon. Yeah, I had to, man. Wikipedia.
Oh, I didn't send you the numbers today. Soaring.
So that Jurassic Park franchise thing, that worked. You were right. People love the dinos. But hey, joining the Aaron Armadillo Movie Blast family officially, he's coming in. It's like 6 in a row. We said, screw it, dude. The fans love you. Movie John, what's up, dude?
Good morning, podcast nom. It's Movie John.
See, we do have old references. People were kind of knocking us like, you're not going to go, Jaws was like the oldest that we went, which, Dan, is Jaws doing really well still? I think
top 30 for 4 straight weeks.
Well,
and good pods. I don't care what people say. Good pods, those rankings, those are real. Those are real people. Like those aren't tweaked. Like the good pods, that's the most accurate you can get in the podcasting sphere right now. What were you going to say, Movie John? I'm sorry.
It is a little bit of a deep cut. So if you know that reference, don't be afraid to chime in on the Discord if you got a guess.
Yeah. And we need to address this now, guys. Like, please spoiler tag anything in the Discord connected to like the episodes or like anything that we're talking about. Some people, it's like the first time that they're seeing Jaws, so some people don't know. It's kind of a bummer. So we've had to address the language in the past. We try to be kind of friendly here on Movie Blast. He's doing the score. Yeah. But it's awesome that we're sticking in the Spielberg space right now. I don't think a lot of people know this. Like, I thought he directed Back to the Future for the longest time, right?
How is he involved?
He actually produced this.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Know,
like,
it's news to me. I
yeah,
guess.
Man. And speaking of news, it is that time. I'm sorry, Stanley, we gotta talk Patreon, okay? Like, it's time to name some names because we do have new patrons, right? And Golden Platinum tier. Who do we got this week, man?
We've got a lucky group of people that got into the DeLorean and are cruising at 88, dude.
I wish they could go back 6 months and start, the Patreon then. But if you lock in the Patreon now, Stanley, right, they still do get, 3 months worth of access? Like, you can go back to the backlog. Just go back to when Movie John came in. I think the show really steps up when Movie John comes in. Not that I don't love you, Stanley, but it is.
Guys got knowledge.
Yeah,
people.
It's
and
great.
That's what we love. That's what we're trying to give you, and that's what we give you on the Patreon. If you get in now, everything's unlocked. You get the Jurassic Park ratings episode, which we just did. Fantastic. You'll really be surprised when Movie John took us number 1. I'll tell you that much.
World is better than you think. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm the number 1 guy. I don't know. But yeah, we got people that are in it to win it here. And like I said, you get 1 episode of us each month. And right now, I want to thank Donna Sunshine. I want to thank Richard Turtleneck. I want to thank Hawk, all caps, Trip Hash, Ricky Ticky. Thank you very much. And Jennifer for Love.
Troublemaker in our Discord recently. Some hot takes. She came in hot. And I'm assuming gender. Sorry, Jennifer. Movie John, who do you got?
Oh, I didn't know we were doing Patreon names. I'll pull mine up real quick if you want to do yours.
Okay.
And what Aaron is referring to is whenever you do join, you do get Discord access.
That is right. So that's just one of the many things that it's a monthly show. It's a monthly bonus show. We do bi-weekly release half the episode as like a little taste to get in, but it does take us a lot of time. We want to really dig into these movies that don't really get that ranking episode. I think we were here for like an hour and a half doing that.
It was too long.
It was
I know
too
that much,
long.
too long.
I had to urinate so much. All right.
Details,
I got my list up, Aaron.
Okay. Then I'll wait. Go ahead.
All right, so here we go. Danny Kawasaki.
Oh, that's a cool name.
We've got Murph and Slurp. We've got Hired Spoons. This one's a long one. Who did this? G-Hef 420, Just Blaze, Movie Boy, Big Bud 69. I think that guy took every character available.
Wow. It's like he just put his hand on the keyboard and like wiped it or something, you know.
His cat walked right across.
Yeah.
Last one. I got one more.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
She sounds like a cutie. We got Princess Pizzilla 44 coming into the court.
Okay, let's watch it with the language and the names and stuff, guys. That kind of hurts us. You know,
Quality
we kind of
family. We don't have that E on our.
That's right. That's right. We, that does kind of hurts us. So, let me get through my list here that Stanley just sent. Yeah.
Thank you for the money every month.
We appreciate it.
So much.
We got Brantley Palmer. We've got Justin Kraft. I feel like Justin came and went. Is this the second time we've talked about Justin Kraft?
Maybe he fell on hard times and he's coming back.
Yeah, he might have had a few months there.
I wonder if did he email? Maybe he emailed and we read it, and then maybe he didn't hear it or emailed again. But
maybe it's a fan question or something.
Yeah, guys, if you already had your name written, like, you don't need to email us twice. That's probably what happened. So Justin Kraft gets his name read a few times, but let's mark that and make sure that
I'm writing that one down.
Yeah,
we'll flag it.
We've got Malort Fan. We've got Big D's Donuts. He's getting a little close there. We got Conan the O'Brien. We got Puppet Fucker guys. Guys.
Come on, guys.
Okay.
Clean fun.
We got Pupper F word hand jobs. That's gross too, guys. All right. And a new it came in today right before we sat down, which is why my list. This is I'm excited. Nate Hands. So that's a solid take for the month. It's progressive growth. That's what we've talked about here.
Almost there.
We're getting there. That's what it is. Well, this is not the Jurassic Park episode. We're going to move quick. So let's take a break. And when we come back, we're going to dig into the 1985 classic, not directed by Steven Spielberg, Back to the Future.
Get your DeLoreans revved up.
Aaron Armatillo's Movie Blast.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
My wife.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
You had me at hello.
Aaron Armatillo's Movie Blast.
All right, welcome back to the Movie Blast. I am Aaron Armadillo, joined as always by Movie John and Stanley the Wikipedia. I can't help but say it every time now, so it's fun to be like, to get a
it's
little
fun
dirty.
To be edgy.
It is. Edgy. It is. Like, that's so easy for a lot of people in the podcasting space to just be blue. but I get it. It is kind of fun, but I think it's harder to play it, accessible. It's everybody's favorite. It is the plot summary. What happens in Back to the Future? You guys ready?
Yeah,
just real quick. How
Okay.
did you guys watch this one?
McDonald's VHS.
Oh man, that takes me back.
Yeah. Well, I rented this from my local library. So when we announced and we picked this, I was able to secure it and watch it on the DVD player.
I mean, I just want to say,
to get a hold of. It probably is.
Yeah.
Classic.
I just want to say I'm pretty impressed because normally I'm like, I know I'm kind of the physical media guy of the podcast, but I went down, I rented this one from what I think is the only video rental place left. It's Big Wall Video. I just want to say great staff, very professional operation down there. The nicest people I've ever met. So if you're in the area, check out the Big Wall.
Yeah, I wish that I could come over to that part of town and get over to that Big Wall, but work's been just so hectic right now. Been really running on fumes. So it took a lot. So, but I'm so happy for you, Movie John, that you get to go down to Big Wall a few times a year that I go there. Like you said, great staff, super friendly.
Aaron, are you still doing Uber at night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly where I got to go as soon as we're done here. So I'm gonna try to groove through this. I know it's everybody's favorite part when we do this, the plot breakdown. Just gotta reinforce, because some people, it might be a while since you've seen these movies. Like there's so much content right now, so many streaming shows.
Out of hand.
Yeah. And they're, I don't know. I couldn't tell you the last time I was at Planet Fitness and I saw somebody watching a Back to the Future on their phone. Now, Grey's Anatomy, sure, but okay. But did Big Wall Video, did they take care of the window in the front? The last time I drove by there, I had a customer I had to drop off. There was a big piece of plywood, like somebody had busted their window or something.
Yeah, they got that fixed up. That was, unfortunate things happen. I think there's like kind of a rough area around that part of town, but they're doing a lot better. They got it all. I think they replaced it the next day, to be honest. I mean, they're on top of stuff.
Yeah. And there were the rumors that they were like connected to the mob and doing some stuff. I think they got swatted a few times. I think there's just some really envious people out there.
I don't know. I mean, to me, I wouldn't say that. It's a very nice, clean Christian operation. They're wonderful people down there. They always God bless when you're coming in and leaving.
Yeah, amen to that.
Always tip your video clerk.
Yeah, big family section. You're not going to see anything you don't want to look at.
You should maybe leave one of our coasters the next time.
Yeah.
I'll do that. And these are great coasters, guys. Go to the Redbubble. What's great is it's got the beautiful logo that Stanley did, not AI art. Okay, it might have been AI assisted, but it truly is Stanley coming up with these designs, and it's got a beautiful QR code that'll take you to the Patreon. So
he put the prompt in, for the AI.
Exactly. People make it seem like you just open the computer and it gives you what you want. Like, no, you have to sit there and wait for it to load. And then it's like, no, do it again.
Hey, make like a tree, get out of here and join the Patreon.
It's from the movie, man. I'm telling you, this guy, he must watch them like 3 or 4 times before we get in here. Yeah.
I love the assignment. Can't get enough.
Okay. Well, hey, if you're listening to this on the free feed, this is where you got to get over to the Patreon and listen to the rest of the episode. All right. I hate having to do that in there, but I always forget to edit that in there when I split these in half. All right. You guys ready for plot?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's do this. All right. In 1985, teenager Marty McFly lives in Hill Valley, Valley, California. With his depressed alcoholic mother, Lorraine, his older siblings, who are professional and social failures, and his meek father, George, who is bullied by his supervisor, Biff Tannen. After Marty's band fails a musical audition, he confides in his girlfriend, Jennifer Parker, that he fears becoming like his parents despite his ambitions. What you got, movie?
Aaron, I don't mean to cut you off right off the get-go, but I do want to say, since I joined this podcast, and I know it's only been a couple months here, but I do feel like I've started watching movies a little more critically. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but this movie, it starts with several shots of clocks.
Yeah. Oh.
Now,
you can miss it.
Now, time is a big element of this film.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just this crazy kind of, an illusion to what you're going to be seeing coming up later. I think it's brilliant filmmaking.
This guy gets so deep. He gets so deep all the time.
And that's stuff you just don't get anymore.
Yeah. I mean, how many times did you do the commentary? Did you listen to that commentary?
No, I didn't.
John?
No, I just watch the movies. I don't want people forming my thoughts for me, you know?
Oh, I honestly, I didn't have time either. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of people telling me about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, sometimes even,
it's weird.
I mean, just watching a movie, sometimes it's like, I think I got it from the trailer, you know?
Yeah.
Why waste all that time? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you don't need to talk about the art. Sometimes you can just like watch it or listen to, you know? You don't need to like absorb the same thing like
on your phone.
Yeah. I mean, I get like, you know, if you're maybe watching it on your phone and like talking to somebody at the same time about it, you know, or like sometimes, you know, sometimes
chatting.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we'll be in the church basement and we'll be watching something and I might have to explain to my wife, you know, what the clocks mean. I mean, just to steal John's example, you know, but those are things that she just doesn't get.
Mm-hmm.
And I could pause the movie, yes, but she won't learn. So she needs to watch while I'm telling her.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That night...
Yeah, I do the same thing with my dog, McFly. That's his name.
It's McFly, not Einstein?
It's McFly.
Okay.
It's my dog. This is my dog's name.
You call him Chicken?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Dogs can get really scared of stuff.
I
get like scared of like beeps and stuff in movies.
Jaws freaked me out. I didn't even want to get in the shower.
Also, just real quick, when his band is playing, that's a classic Huey Lewis track. I think I love it. I mean, you got, you know, just 5 white guys, simple rock and roll, 4/4 time, nothing funny. It's just straight ahead, you know. No getting fancy. They know what they're doing up there.
Yeah.
Has anybody?
Go ahead.
Is this on anybody's playlist? This soundtrack has been on playlists all week, huh?
Well, I've just been doing Huey Lewis in the News, on repeat. So
that night, Marty meets his eccentric scientist friend Emmett Doc Brown in the Twin Pines Mall.
That might be a typo. I'm pretty sure his name is just Doc Brown.
Yeah.
I think so. Doc, I think, is a nickname.
Well, they're always calling him Doc.
Yeah, but I think it's a nickname, and I think what Wikipedia is doing is like they're giving you the full name because Doc is actually in quotations. So,
like the first name is just a thing in the movie. It does no one says that ever.
No, and I haven't ever seen the sequels, so I don't know if maybe they
Is it short for doctor?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he does mess with science and stuff. But they also make
got a lot of that.
It's kind of sarcastic. All right, Doc. So just like your point, now they start referring to him as Doc. So why even put the Emmett there?
Yeah.
He unveils a time machine built from a modified DeLorean, powered by plutonium he swindled from Libyan terrorists.
Whoa.
Yeah. After Doc inputs a destination time of November 5, 1955, the day he first conceived his time travel invention, the terrorists arrive unexpectedly and gun him down. Now, this is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this
a little
is
violent.
This is real scary, and you don't there's nothing in the title to suggest such violence. But
well, and PG, right? I mean,
yeah,
pretty shocking.
They've really pushed the line with like him having such a sexy girlfriend and the rock music. They're really like pushing. They really pushed the.
You guys got to also think the ratings were a little different in 1985. You know.
Yeah, I don't think PG-13 existed then, so they were free to kind of do whatever they wanted in a PG.
Oh yeah, PG-13 came in with Last Crusade.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was because it was an indie.
Indiana.
Speaking of Steven,
Yeah.
this guy's all over it, man. He's king stuff of Hollywood. I almost cussed again.
Close.
This is a bum. I start getting around Movie John, and I just want to curse. All right. Marty does flee in the DeLorean, inadvertently activating time travel when he reaches 88 miles per hour. And what's nice about Wikipedia is that it allows us to be like an international. This would be at 142 kilometers. So,
for our European listeners,
mm-hmm.
if you're just waking up, head over to the Patreon
over there for our Frenchies. All right, he does arrive in 1955, and Marty discovers that he has no plutonium, so he cannot return to 1985. So this is really where. So I was nervous when Doc dies.
What a pickle!
But now, like they're just so brutal to their character by taking away the plutonium, and you're thinking this is going to be brutal. This guy's going to live in 1955.
Well, there's even a crazy part where, Doc is kind of like, well, I almost didn't bring any plutonium with me because he's about to get into the DeLorean, It's another little subtle callback to earlier in the movie.
Yeah. And that's true because Doc or Emmett, he was going to do it. And I think that's fair. He built the machine. Right? He bought that DeLorean. He did all this work, I think it's justified for him to do the first travel.
Mm-hmm.
How funny would it be if he went and it was just a minivan instead of a cool DeLorean?
I don't know. I couldn't imagine it not being a DeLorean.
Yeah, I mean neither, but
yeah,
it'd be cool.
I wonder if they ever thought about doing anything else, instead.
Oh, I think
probably. I don't know.
There might be something on the Wikipedia if somebody's got it pulled up.
Yeah.
A refrigerator.
Well, I don't want to lose my spot on that. It was a refrigerator.
Yeah. How
no
crazy
way.
Is that?
That plutonium?
Doc, I'm stuck in a whirlpool. He's just spinning around in time. Call the Maytag man. Get me back, Doc.
Well, a refrigerator can protect you from a nuclear bomb.
Whoa. This guy's indie obsessed.
Might be a clue to what's coming up.
Careful. Just because something's streaming on Disney Plus now doesn't mean it's time to cover it.
Edit that up.
All right, while exploring a burgeoning Hill Valley, Marty encounters his teenage father and discovers Biff. So he sees where he's going to live. Like it's the neighborhood that eventually will be where he lives. Which is
so he's
cool.
like seeing. He's in the.
Yeah, they don't just tell you.
past.
They don't just tell you that he's in the past.
Oh.
They show you through these like little subtle hints, and which is like kind of what they. And then they, because first you're like Back to the Future, that doesn't make sense.
His future's forward.
You could go forward. So that's like the humor in that, and then when they show you that, it's like me having to explain to my lady, like, I'm showing her, but I'm also telling her, get in here.
This is Ms. Peckus guy. He's got a big brain on him.
I couldn't keep track of all of this stuff. This is crazy. Call him Doc, huh?
Yeah.
Coming up with this.
Doctor of time travel.
Yeah. So he does encounter his teenage father and discovers that Biff was bullying George even then. That is just awful. It's just
that's the same Biff?
Yeah. And I think in the
that makes sense now.
I think he's he keeps showing up. He's kind of like a bad guy throughout. The same Biff.
And who's the act? Oh, we haven't even went through the act. We forgot to go through the actors, guys.
It's so difficult. I mean,
Tom Wilson.
Yeah, funny.
I never heard of him.
Oh, he's funny, dude.
He's a classic bully type guy.
Okay, Stanley. Why don't you called it? Let's go back. Let's go through the cast list real quick, and let's figure out who people are.
All right, you got, of course, your main guy here, the Foxest of the Fox, Michael J. Fox, Mr. Marty McFly.
He was doing Family Matters at the time.
Yeah, Family Ties. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and just really good later in Spin City, if you guys ever caught that one.
Real funny.
I don't think I've seen it.
I actually like it better with Charlie Sheen.
Oh.
Yeah, well, both are pretty good.
There's some tiger blood being spilt here on Armadillo's Movie Blast.
Who else we got, Stanley?
We got Mr. Emmett Dr. Brown, Mr.
I still think it's just Doc, but okay. I'm going to back off that.
Yeah, you're a little coo there, because it's Mr. Christopher Lloyd, if you don't get my reference. We got the beautiful Leah Thompson.
They should have maybe they should have made the time machine out of a taxi cab.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I think he also comes back for 2 and 3. I think.
You've seen the sequels?
No, I've not seen. That's why I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he's like I've seen the posters.
Yeah, he's definitely on the posters.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's him.
Doesn't one go back to like Agent Rome? How many times do you think about the Roman Empire a day? Never for me.
No, I don't really have an internal dialogue.
We got beautiful Leah Thompson as Lorena Baines.
She's a cutie.
She's a hottie.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke show? Something like that. We got Creepy Creep Crispy and Glover as
I've never seen this guy in anything else. So
he's weird.
I know
he must be a under the radar kind of actor.
I think he definitely comes back too. I think he loved making these movies. I think he's back for sure.
We have Tom Wilson as Biff. Of course, we talked about him. We got Claudia Wells as Jennifer Parker. Mark McClure as Dave McFly, Wendy Jo Sperber as Linda McFly, and that's about it. Directed by Robert Zemeckis. And written by Bob Gale. I've seen some of his name on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy, these guys that you just like know their name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's just Bob Gale. It's like I see it everywhere. I couldn't tell you.
He's an
but
man.
I know it. Yeah. These
Well, and
guys
I
are
think
wheeling and dealing.
Because they've got Doc in here. I kind of wonder if he's got a science background because he has the force winds are named after him.
I don't know. He born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. I don't think anybody from there knows anything about science. Fourth dangerous city in the United States.
They couldn't even finish the circle. They just gave up and left it where it was.
Exactly.
Know?
What am I looking at?
George falls into the path of an oncoming car while spying on the teenage Lorraine, changing clothes.
Whoa.
And Marty is knocked unconscious while saving him. He wakes up to find himself tended to by Lorraine, who becomes infatuated.
I didn't think that part was, because he wakes up and he says, "Oh, I had a terrible dream that I went back in time." And then he gets up and he's like, "Oh, where are my pants at?" I didn't think it was that weird because, like your parents, they undress you for bed until you're 15, 16. That's not that weird,
Yeah. Is it? I think what bothered him is that his mom wasn't smoking, and he probably associates her with that smell.
Mm-hmm. Well, that and the booze that would be on her breath.
That's true.
Just those times, 1950s. It took 3 hours to turn a 23-year-old Leah Thompson into a 47-year-old.
That's not that long. Most people, it takes them 47 years to turn into a 47-year-old. So even back then, we were doing great things with makeup.
That makes sense.
Marty tracks down and convinces a younger Doc that he is from the future. But Doc explains the only source available in 1955 capable of generating the power required for time travel is a lightning bolt. Again, more weather stuff with this Gale guy.
I'm telling you, there's some kind of tie-in there.
On to something here, John. Marty shows Doc a flyer from the future that documents an upcoming lightning strike at the town's courthouse. As Marty's siblings begin to fade from a photo he is carrying with him, this was really scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how it starts to fade away.
I don't know what I would do without my brother and sister. Really.
Don't you still live? Are you still living with them?
Well, they're living with us. I mean, that's... But, we're bouncing back, so he's also started he takes my car and does the Uber and stuff. So, and it's great. We just share the phone. We just share the account. So it simplifies. It simplifies everything. Yeah.
Now you've got like a 24-hour shift going. I mean, that's money coming in all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I text and it's like, "Hey, this is Connor."
Yeah. So, yeah, we're trying to get Rebecca to maybe like pick up that third shift, like really you were saying, because I would love to be able to sleep in between, the outreach and the Uber. It's getting a little tough.
You're gonna make it.
But Connor's definitely, he's doing his part, so.
It's just a season.
Yeah, I mean, cancer sucks. Guys, I mean, that's just that's the bummer.
Help, get help.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't let the cancer win. Don't keep that inside.
That's why you need to hit those Patreons, guys. We need you here.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Doc realizes Marty's actions are altering the future and jeopardizing his existence. Lorraine was supposed to tend to George instead of Marty after the car accident. Early attempts to get his parents acquainted fail, and Lorraine's infatuation with Marty deepens. Lorraine asks Marty to the school dance, and he plots to feign inappropriate advances on her, allowing George to intervene and rescue her. But the plan goes awry when Biff's gang locks Marty in the trunk of the performing band's car, while Biff forces himself onto Lorraine. George arrives expecting to find Marty, but is assaulted by Biff. After Biff hurts Lorraine, an enraged George knocks him unconscious and escorts the grateful Lorraine to the dance. The band frees Marty from their car, but the lead guitarist injures his hand in the process, so Marty takes his place, performing while George and Lorraine share their first kiss. With his future no longer in jeopardy, Marty hurries to the courthouse to meet Doc.
Well, and just another fun little rock and roll ditty coming in. He's playing Johnny Be Good, I think.
Yeah.
And the crowd, they just love it. They're eating it up,
This isn't a Huey Lewis song?
Huey might have covered this one. I'm not sure, but it's not Huey originally.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have to change his name to Song John.
I got a few cassettes still in the car.
Doc discovers a letter from Marty warning him about his future and rips it, worried about the consequences. To save Doc, Marty recalibrates the DeLorean to return 10 minutes before he left the future. The lightning strikes, sending Marty back to 1985, but the DeLorean breaks down, forcing Marty to run back to the mall. He arrives as Doc is being shot. While Marty grieves at his side, Doc sits up, revealing he pieced Marty's note back together and wore a bulletproof vest.
I've seen it before, and I still teared up a little.
So good. Good.
He takes Marty home and departs to 2015 in the DeLorean. It's crazy that, we've already passed 2015.
Yeah, if you think about it now, he went to the past too.
Yeah.
No flying skateboard, though, man.
He went ahead to our past.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What a great title.
It starts getting confusing if you think about all the time stuff too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I still feel like Deadpool probably does. That's the best time travel that we've seen so far.
Rated R superstar.
Well, every once in a while it's not bad.
We won't cover it here, but we might be kind of Deadpool guys.
Don't tell our moms.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. Marty wakes the next morning to discover his father is now a confident and successful science fiction author. His mother is fit and happy, and his siblings are successful. And Biff is a servant valet in George's employ. So this is the greatest gift of all, right? The family is doing fantastic. Money is definitely helped them.
Well, can we talk? I don't know if I really got the ending. It's because he comes back and all of his stuff is different now, and his family is successful. And I looked up a lot of the last 10 minutes of Back to the Future explained on YouTube, and none of them really. I don't think they gave a very good explanation for it.
Stanley, you want to take this? Because I know you and I, we were in the Discord with a few other people, because some people had this question as well.
I think it's just a classic case of everything just falling into place, right? It is what it is.
Well, how? Because he leaves and he's not doing well, and then he comes back and everything's fine. Everything's great.
Time heals all wounds.
I wonder if maybe Doc gave them some money.
Oh, like a scene could have got cut.
Yeah, because
Maybe
they
he
kind
robbed the bank.
they kind
He
of
has a mansion in 1955 when he goes back. Doc has like a nice big mansion.
yeah, and I think he burned that down. So I think
I think that's right. Yeah.
yeah.
So he
So I
probably
wonder.
got some money for that.
Yeah, I don't want. Maybe that's what he gave
Insurance.
to. Yeah, he probably was like, "Well, thank you, Marty, for saving my life and like teaching me this lesson about time and stuff."
You got to also remember the insurance he's getting in 55 is going to be worth way more when Marty lands in 2015.
No, he does. Marty doesn't go to 2015. That's Doc.
Oh, that's right.
So Marty. So there was 30 years of interest on that mansion fire insurance, and I think that is probably what put, because his dad's a author. Right, he writes these like great science fiction stories and stuff. So maybe he put him through school or something.
Yeah, I guess, chime in on the Discord if you understand what they were going for with the smart ending here. I'm all ears.
Yeah, I just think it's like so nice to just see a happy family, which we don't see anymore. Yeah, you're just like, this is great. I don't really care. I just want to enjoy it. Sometimes people, they get so caught up in this stuff. And this movie is pretty straightforward. It's not, well,
Movie John, what would you have preferred in that ending?
Well,
if you don't mind me asking.
Well, it's okay.
Well, let's not spend.
Okay.
Sorry, John. Let's not spend too much time. Like, I don't want to get too bogged down on this. So, like we, that's stuff we can kick to the Discord. I'll give you a few seconds, but.
Oh, I really like the happy family stuff too. But I guess, if they could go back and put that scene back in where Doc says, oh, thank you, Marty. Your family's been so helpful. I love you guys. Here's $500,000. That, I think that would kind of tie it all the pieces together.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I don't think that's too much to ask for Doc to show up and say, here's a bag of money. I'm glad that I was able to do this and you did this for me. And, yeah, and I don't really care why they're friends. That's not important either. Let's not ask that.
I never questioned that.
But that was it, guys. That was that's 1985's Back to the Future.
We ran about 88 miles through that thing.
You got to. This isn't, we're not talking, fancy Christopher Nolan stuff. Like, it's good. Good God, anybody trying to podcast that stuff.
We don't have 2 hours and 35 minutes. No.
Yeah.
Well, and this is just a fun one. So many great lines. You got Marty, and you got 1.21 gigabits, all that kind of stuff. It's good.
Yeah, let's keep this audio file below 1.21 gigawatts, man. Cutting into my CenturyLink every time I gotta upload these things. Getting expensive. What I can tell you, this thing costs like 200. It's like 300.
It made a lot.
What do we? I had 300 here somewhere for some reason.
That's probably 300,000, and
Oh, it was
Sparta.
39.9 million.
Whoa!
To make. That's unadjusted.
If they had just kept the interest on that for 30 years, think about where they'd be now.
Yeah, Marty'd have 2 cool trucks.
Mm-hmm.
And it made over 300 million.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good. I think a lot of people will be shocked at how like popular this movie actually was, considering like how little you hear about it. And it looks like it did win an Oscar for editing.
It's kind of a cult hit, I'd say. A little below the radar, but a fun one. And I think if you're a movie guy like us, Back to the Future, everybody, us movie guys know about it.
Yeah. Looks like it won an Academy Award for editing, but I think Movie John might have bone to pick with the Academy on that. Like, hey, why'd you cut that insurance scene?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I maybe would have given, Best Actor or something, but maybe would have dinged it a little on the editing.
Yeah. Looks like it came out the 3rd of July in 1985. So that would have been Independence Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably a lot of people off work and stuff. That probably helped.
Yeah.
You go watch the movie during the day and the fireworks at night. That's a fun day.
Just sitting there contemplating time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Your mind's blown and then the sky lights up. It's crazy.
A fun fact, it was banned in China for a while because they felt that time travel disrespects history. Crazy, huh?
Wow.
The ban has been lifted, though.
That's good. Because I'm sure now with TikTok, people, kids can watch this in 40 different segments. That's important.
Just the good stuff.
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about, Movie John, before we get out of here?
Well, are we doing? We're not wrapping up yet. We still got a little bit of time.
Well, Stanley? What do you want to do? How much do you all the Patreon stuff that you wanted to do?
Let me. I think I can find some more facts here.
Well, don't force it. If we can get out of here, let's.
Well, I got a question that came in through the Discord. If we want to do that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Mike Swift wants to know, what is your movie Mount Rushmore? I don't know if you mean the movies or characters or what, but movie Mount Rushmore. Your 4 faces, if you will.
Faces. Stanley, do you have your answers already since you knew the question?
I did read this ahead of time, so I do have something prepared.
Okay.
If you guys need a little bit of time.
Yeah, I probably need some time.
Okay. So mine, first 3, the 3 guys from the Boondock Saints.
We're doing characters.
The dad?
Is the
doing
dad
characters. The third, or is the cop?
The old long-haired guy.
Okay. Yeah.
So the two brothers.
Okay.
And then the guy with the long hair, the dad, if you want to say.
Okay.
And then I think my last one. I mean, it's kind of a bummer that there's only 3 guys really in that one. Because if there was a 4th, I could easily throw that on there. But
there's the guy that shoots the cat.
Well, I think I don't know if he deserves to be Mount Rushmore material.
Okay.
Cats were harmed during that.
Okay. First three, Boondock Saints guys.
Okay.
4th one, Booger from Revenge of the Nerds.
Solid.
Classic.
Solid.
Classic.
That's my 4 right there. I can close my eyes and I see him.
Okay. Stanley?
Are you ready? I'm doing movies.
You're going to go movies, not characters.
I'm doing movies hands down. Sorry. Number 1, Raiders.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
Number 2, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love it.
Wow.
It's got everything.
Kind of an arty pick,
Yeah, kind of a newer one, but I love it so much.
It deals with time and stuff too.
Yeah, it's true.
It's crazy how we can't get away from that. Like, people are just obsessed with it.
Number 3, Uno, Dos, Tres, Iron Man 3. How about that? Best Iron Man, hands down.
Yeah, probably.
Hands
I would agree.
down. Ray Blast. That's my plasma, baby.
It's interesting you bring that up. So, periodically while I'm driving around, dropping people off, I'll check out other podcasts to see like what are they doing, like in the creator space, like what are these guys doing? And I just came across a vile show covering it. I couldn't believe that it was just so easily accessible and ruined it. So I almost feel like maybe that's something that we know we're not going to do Deadpool, but maybe put that on your list, Stanley, and maybe we should do Iron Man 3 and just get to the core of it.
I would love to start digging in on Marvel stuff with you guys. So
there's a lot of content. There's a lot of opportunity.
Well, I've seen them all.
Yeah.
There's a lot of devils out there doing the devil's work, and we're not going to do that.
Yeah. And what's your number 4, dude?
Number 4. It's going to get dark. No Country for Old Men, guys. It just has a lot to say. It's bleak.
Yeah.
It's violent, it's dark, but at the end of the day, you got to have something that hits the heart.
Yeah. Reminds me of my father for sure. I mean, he had the same haircut, would ask me these questions and just confuse me as a man, and I'm the man I am today because of that, I think Connor would say the same thing.
I think the psychiatrist is really helping you out a lot from like 2 years ago. We would have never been here, okay?
I'm glad you brought that up because BetterHelp, I used our promo code.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it's been a game changer. One of the things that I really love about BetterHelp is they have so many people on there, so many doctors, healthcare professionals.
You might call them up, right?
It's through text message, it's through video call. Of course, I'm usually driving the Uber, so I don't want to do the video call, and I don't want to do texts. So I'll chat with them. And what's great is if it's not a good fit, I still have to pay for that visit, but I get to select another healthcare provider. So I can just jump from healthcare provider until I find somebody who's telling me what I really want to hear, and that's what's fantastic about BetterHelp. So instead of having to drive, I mean, I'm driving all day, but to drive to an office and feel somebody out and feel forced to do it on my time, I really do love BetterHelp for that. And I appreciate them coming on board and sponsoring the movie Blast. So, I've had private conversations with you guys about definitely get in here and use the BetterHelp. They won't, it's one person only. It'd be kind of confusing if, we were all using the same account, but use promo code AAMB. Easy. BetterHelp.
Hey, from the bottoms of our hearts, if you need help, get help, please.
Yeah.
We're here for positive energy, people. Positive.
What's better than good help? BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, Aaron.
Okay, we're doing
Rushmore.
What if maybe I'll split it? I'll do 2 movies and 2 characters.
That's
okay.
nice.
That's good balance.
Okay.
Good
so
balance.
Characters, I'm gonna go Jake Scully from Avatar. Wheelchair form, not blue form.
Okay.
Number 2. I think number 2 is going to be blue form, Jake Scully.
Sweet, yeah, sweet.
That is an amazing top 2.
Yeah, which leads into Avatar 1 being one of my selections. I know a lot of people prefer 2 now, it's epic, but I don't like. I don't really dig the water. That's a little scary, like we talked about in the Jaws episode.
We kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah. It's got to be Avatar. So let me get out. We've been talking a lot of science fiction, certainly. So let's go. I'll go Paddington 2. I don't think. Yeah. I of course.
Nice feel good one up there on the end.
Have a little marmalade with those picks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I get bummed out about, why I'm not an Avatar, I can throw on Paddington 2 and feel good about myself. And it's nice.
Oh, just real quick, I do want to remind people, Movie John here, you can still pre-order my new book, Lifetime at Bernie's. That's an exploration of the greatest 80s movie ever made. Pre-order wherever you get your books.
It's a wonderful read.
I'll speak up and say it's a wonderful read.
Okay, Stanley, can I end the show now?
Yeah.
I gotta go. I gotta stop for gas. All right, bye.
Aaron Armatello's Movie Blast.